BB851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Yes, I made it just in time, and after running across the whole of Calgary Airport, there is no footage of the airport experience, so to excuse that, you'll have to wait until next time. But welcome to my review of the Air Canada Boeing 777 experience in business class from Calgary through to Montreal. As you can see at the moment, thanks to my very shaky filming, I did not have time to get out the Gorilla Pod and was simply trying to make it on, and I was the last person on the plane at this point. Today I'll be sitting in 9K, although as you're going to see, I'll walk straight past it, so let's turn right back around and realize that actually my seat was, as you can see, right here. And what a beautiful space it is. The seat features a very elegantly placed and good looking headrest, if you will, with the Air Canada branding. The seat belt, which is located of course towards the bottom, is quite thick, to be completely honest with you, probably one of the largest I've seen, and ultimately the space is, well, very nice, and there's ample room for lots of storage and more. As I said, I'm in 9K today, and the leg room is brilliant, but what else could you expect? Towards my right leg, there's a safety card, and just to reiterate to you, today I'm flying on the 777-300 ER from Calgary through to Montreal. Behind the safety card, you'll also find just a bit of Aeroplan promotions. Of course, not something I'm invested in, but maybe it is for you. Finally, there is your stock standard bath bag, which of course always has a place on every aircraft. Let's put those away though and show the rest of the seat. Continuing to the right, we have the storage compartment. Now this was a bit of an interesting one. Inside the storage compartment, you will find the headphones if you wish to use this for the IFE experience throughout the duration of your flight. Personally, I did not, but they're great quality. In addition, there's a USB and headphone jack slot, although the USB did not work. Featured towards the back of the storage compartment is a remote control for the IFE. This also, though, did not work, and I found the cables to be a bit frustrating to use. Water was provided, and I can confirm absolutely demolished by me thanks to the long run across the airport. Menus were also provided immediately to my boarding. I didn't therefore have that long to decide. I did though have time to take a photo of what was provided, and as you can see from the screenshot now that is featured on your screen, there was an appetizer and various main courses. You'll see my selection shortly, but let me know what you'd have from the menu in the comments. In addition, there's a host of beverages to choose from, which is what you'd expect. Interested in building a better knowledge base regarding computer science? That's why Brilliant is sponsoring today's video. Learn interactively, the best way to do anything, and they make sure of it with unique courses and much more. For many people, computer science is something of great interest, and Brilliant offers a course just in that very field. And unlike most learner courses, Brilliant makes them fun and interesting, with puzzles that do truly pull you in, just like the example currently featured on your screen. As an aviation enthusiast, with various different algorithm puzzles and more, I would recommend this one without a doubt. However, with courses for all ability levels and also knowledge levels, the opportunities are limitless. If you're watching this, you can also develop key skills. Head to brilliant.org/DJs Aviation to get started for free with Brilliant's interactive lessons, and the first 200 viewers will get 20% off an annual membership. Pushback was a little late due to once again engineering difficulties, but take a look at my view, it's absolutely superb. Located above me are the air vents, definitely needed during a Canadian heatwave, and just a little bit further along we have the reading lights. There's a coat hook located directly in front of me and to the left, and perfect definitely for cold weather, but for now, not so much. Now let's start our taxi to the runway, and what a view I do have of the GE90. The control tower at the airport is also located alongside an Air Canada Express Q400 plopped outside the hangar. A smaller control tower to what I'm usually used to, but it definitely has a bit of a retro feel to it, and definitely that classic North American look. Now though, I'm gonna be quiet and let you enjoy the powerful GE90. Onto the IFE, very similar to my previous 777 flight, but of course bigger. There's an arrival tab, although to be frank, I don't know why this is here, when in actual fact it's never been updated in all of my Air Canada flights. New releases are present, from the likes of Drive My Car to the Wildhood. There is something definitely for everyone on here. In addition to this, you have the state-of-the-art flight map, one of the better systems I've seen out here, and it's brilliant for tracking your flight. As you can see, we still have quite a while left on the flight. There was also the menu that was available, or should typically be available. However, they were mainly saying for me to consult one of the flight attendants. In previous occasions, the menu has been here. I just thought it was an interesting point to make. Air Canada has various strategic partners, from the Montreal Canadiens to other NHL teams, and that's featured on the IFE. A great look into just how big the Air Canada brand has become, not just Canadian-wise, but also globally. The IFE has a brightness function, parental controls, various different language settings, and notifications. There's something there that is very suitable for everyone. And what a fantastic view of the GE90 as we do cruise above the clouds. 9K is my seat, and here's a view from outside of the little cabin that I'm calling home. Pure luxury, and something I'm very, very grateful to have the chance to fly in. Here is the bathroom tour that no one asked for, featuring me. It's a small space, but what is remarkable is that among all the nice settings and features, you've probably made out that there is a window just behind the toilet, which means, of course, if you wish to take a dump at 30,000 feet, you can turn around and look out at the clouds. A unique experience that, if you ever have the chance to do, I would definitely recommend. Something though that I did want to revisit was the seat controls. It's pretty cool, from the various settings and massage types that allow you to truly live it up in business class. This seat does move to being a fully flatbed, in case you are wondering, although for me it wasn't really required for the 4-hour experience. I can imagine though, if you're on a longer duration flight, you'll definitely be needing it. For me, it was used only once as just a novelty. However, response times, I should mention, on the little control panel were more than adequate, and I found it worked quite well. So definitely well done to Air Canada for implementing such a good feature here. Now, tell me you don't fly premium products without telling me you don't. This was my first attempt, I promise, to remove the tray table without the crew's help. It is enormous and definitely adequate for eating, riding, lounging, and much more, and probably the biggest tray table that I've come across throughout my duration of flying. Naturally, a lot bigger as well than what you will find on your economy. Some may say it is almost too big, but hey, it did the trick, especially with all the food that we were going to be served on the flight. Being in business class, I felt utterly professional, and of course with Wi-Fi provided, I began drafting some podcasts on my iPad, and it felt great to do so. Shortly into the journey, almonds were served with my choice of Pepsi, although I did opt to not eat the almonds as I'm not the biggest fan of them. Again though, let's admire the GE90. What an incredible piece of engineering, and this is one of the rare chances that I've got to see it from this angle inside the aircraft. Typically I am seated behind the wing in economy, so this was really and truly, to my knowledge, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. And take a look at that amazing curved wingtip, of course going to be even more present on the 777X. Hopefully arriving with airlines in 2025. Below the seat features another storage compartment where I put my water. Here's another look at that remote I was telling you about. Again, the cord can be a tiny bit of an issue, and again, the remote didn't really work on my end, but I guess it is definitely convenient and practical if you don't want to reach ahead and touch the screen. Soon my table was set for the first meal service of the flight. A lovely starter, and what I opted for is a hot smoked salmon with potatoes, a vegetable salad, and honestly, I'm no food reviewer, but I did thoroughly enjoy this, and take a look at the Air Canada branding on that glass, just a touch of class throughout, even to the cutlery. A great way to break up this report is through more GE90 B-roll. Unfortunately, what it does do is break up the meal service, as my main was served shortly after. Chicken breast barbecue sauce, cornbread, red bell pepper, black beans, and zucchini is what I went for. Fantastic overall, but relatively small in portion size compared to what my starter was, and this was a main. Again, the GE90. This is becoming more of a GE90 review than an Air Canada one at this point. Freshly served fruit with water was the choice for my dessert, which is the peanut allergy safe option. In addition, now you can see we have around about 1 hour 30 to our destination. Again, the meal service took some time. Yes, a portable charger. This is essential in my opinion. USB connectivity did not work on any of my previous 2 flights, so having this was an absolute lifeline to charge my phone on the long 30+ hour journey. Closing the shades on board the 777 gave me time to stretch out and relax and enjoy around 10 minutes of being in a bed-like function. To me, still such a weird concept, but one I very much like. A Kit Kat was also served, well, it melted should I say, but still it was very nice and a great treat to have as we approached our landing. We are now approaching Montreal, so enjoy some stellar views and I'll be back to you very shortly with an overall summary on the journey. Let's recap my flight with Air Canada on their 777 in business class, and what a surreal experience it was. I don't have the perfect words to best describe it. Of course, I'm always grateful to fly, but being able to do so on the rare occurrence in something other than economy is a true pleasure, and it's hard to fault it, so my apologies to anyone that wanted a more specific conclusion. It was for me just a dream come true, and I was on cloud 9 throughout, so finding faults in the experience were pretty hard. What I would say is I've had many issues with USB connectivity. There are a couple of problems with the IFE, and in addition that remote control that is also provided. But to me, they're minor things, because at the end of the day, I was in business class. And for me, this was an absolute dream come true, like I've told you many times. Everyone was lovely, from the airport staff to all the cabin crew I encountered. Now, you can obviously experience and expect a bit higher service in business, and I guess I've definitely noted that having now flown economy with Air Canada on the same aircraft and being generally able to compare the two, but overall it was a very pleasant experience. I wanted to reiterate that this was not booked as a business class flight, rather I bidded the minimum amount, which was just a couple of $100 to experience this lie flat bed, and I was successful in securing that. Was it worth it? Honestly, yes. Unlike my previous flights, I had over 4 hours to experience this product, and given the fact a premium ticket for this exact same flight would cost in the thousands, and I managed to secure it for a couple hundred, I see that as definitely worth it. I do hope you enjoyed my review. While this is the last review in the mini-series headed to Canada, what I can say is there are many more on the way. In fact, by the time this goes live, I'm actually currently producing more flight reviews for the channel, so keep your eyes peeled. This is by no means the last of them, and I thank you so much for the support and watching this different style of content on the channel. To all my channel members, thank you for making what I do possible. You all mean the absolute world, as well as every single person that tunes in to watch.